Hello and welcome to Craft Beerstream number 8. I'm Tim.
I'm Claire, and welcome to Craft Republic, back on a Tuesday night.
Absolutely chucking it out there. It's torrential rain, which I guess is a bit different from the heat wave that, we certainly saw last week.
I mean, it's really good for the garden, and at least we can feel happy that there's probably going to be nobody knocking at the door this evening.
Well, yeah, I entirely hope so. It's pretty grim out there, but we're here and we're going to be talking about some beer and cider today.
Yeah, we're going back to having another cider this week.
Oh.
So I think we talked before that we've sort of more recently started to branch out into our cider offering, and Dave, our bar manager, has been really instrumental in leading that, but he's introduced us to some really great ciders, and Dave's been on holiday for the last couple of weeks, so we've been left to run wild in ordering ciders, and we've got a really great one in that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, so I mean, I think we're going to start on our first beer today.
We are, and we've also gone back to our bottle shop for one of our beers this week.
Yes, it's something that came in that we've both been desperate to try and haven't had a chance yet, so...
No, fair play, this one's been flying out of the bottle shop as well. And when I bought it, it looked amazing, so I'm really glad that we're actually going to get to try it. I'm really excited about this one.
I think sometimes it is a case of, like, we get so many new stuff in that we don't get to try everything. We want to, but, I mean, I don't think we can keep up with it, can we?
No, and especially certain ones. You know, we've had releases of beers where maybe they've arrived in like a 12-pack or something as well, like Putty being a prime example of that, where it arrives and it just disappears so quickly that we don't actually get a chance to try it, so...
Although, we do actually have a can in the fridge at home, which we're going to do as a little bonus video at some point, whether that gets released onto YouTube or whether we're going to post it on one of our other
socials.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure whether it's still in date.
Probably not, but of course the whole thing with Putty is that you get it like the week that it's kegged, is that right? So it's really fresh.
Yeah, it's literally kegged on the Monday, and we had it for the launch on the Friday, I think it was.
Yeah, so we were part of the launch this year, and we had it in keg and we had some cans as well, didn't we? So we had both. But when you drink it that fresh, it's really green, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Not in colour, obviously, just in taste, because it is so fresh.
It's so new, and obviously we've seen various people posting videos of how it's changed over time. So I think for us, we were kind of tempted to kind of leave it for a little while and see how it works.
Yeah, because we drank it, obviously we tried it fresh on keg.
Oh yeah, you know, why wouldn't you?
You've got to check that it's pulled through the lines properly, so you've got to taste it.
And also, like, it's not very often we get to do something like that. So no, we tried it in keg and we kept a can aside, and to be honest, we wanted to try a bit earlier than that, but it's just one of those things that time goes on.
But it works out really well because, you know, in case we haven't mentioned it enough, we've got our Verdant Tap takeover next week, which is completely sold out inside and out. I really hope that the weather improves for that. There's going to be a few damn people outside.
I feel very sorry for the people sitting outside if it is absolutely chucking down.
I checked the weather forecast earlier and it's looking like it's going to be okay. But we thought it might be quite fun to do the Putty tasting just before the Verdant event, didn't we?
Yeah, definitely, and just to experience it, because at the end of the day they do say that beer does change over time and obviously hops fade, but I'm really intrigued to see how it's matured in that time.
It's been kept in the fridge, so it's been kept nice and fresh, chilled.
Yeah, so I mean that's the best way to keep them. That's why we keep all of our beers in fridges, regardless of when they arrive. They're either in Fran behind us or they're in our fridges when they're on display.
And this can here has just come out of our fridge.
Yes, it has.
Just gone and grabbed it.
So the first beer we're going to try today is Vault City's Raspberry Vanilla Lollipop. It's in collab with a number of indie beer shops and like wine shops. And the three are the Thirsty Cambridge, House of Trembling Madness, and Caledonian Craft Beer Merchants. If you don't know who if you don't know who...
Got Verdant on the brain.
Yeah, I have. I'm so excited about it. If you don't know who Vault City are, they're based in Edinburgh and they are classed as probably godfathers of sours because they're absolutely... That's all they do. They produce amazing sours, and the the level of sours that they pump out is insane.
Modern sour beers is what they call it, isn't it?
Modern sour beers.
So I see this one is modelled on drumsticks.
Yeah.
Which is awesome, because I do love a drumstick.
I guess from the raspberry and vanilla, that's kind of
and I've seen on Instagram some of our customers that have bought this from our bottle shop and tried it have said it is like drinking a liquid drumstick, which sounds right up my street.
Oh, definitely.
I love those drumstick lollies.
Yeah.
And I love the can as well. I mean, they always do just beautiful labels. It's really nice as well that Vault City have moved to cans over bottles, because everything used to be in bottle, and it was a real pain to store for just waste-wise everything.
I think can is for small pack is the way forward. I'm sure there's lots of people out there that probably don't agree with that, but for us, we much prefer for can for transportation and just generally for recycling.
It was something we touched on last week with the Zodiac from Omnipolo, wasn't it?
Yeah, how they've gone the other way.
Yeah, because we had Zodiac and can that's gone to bottle, and Vault City have gone back. They've gone from bottle into can. So should we?
Yeah, it's a 4.5%, and it's it's what they class as their session sours, really.
Because they do some crazy ones, don't they? Up sort of into the 11%.
Yeah, well, I've just seen that they've done the Iron Brew Extra.
Oh yeah.
So we'll be intrigued to see what that's like.
Because Vault City are Scottish breweries, they've got a big thing with Edinburgh, yes. They do a lot with, they've got a big thing about Iron Brew. They seem to talk about it quite a lot on their socials. But yeah, I saw that, looked at getting it in keg, but yeah, it's 8%, and I'm it's scary.
Oh well, that's why we like to keep on the slightly ones, and also from price point, it works really well for us.
Yeah, definitely.
This one is actually really reasonable in price.
So it says shake to wake. So I'm
yes.
not I'm just going to give it a roll.
So they're notorious for tons of puree and stuff like that, and so obviously I was going to give it a proper shake, but actually that could have ended really badly.
Well, maybe you should, because it would make a really good video. But we had this with
Is that like Orange Gina?
Orange
Gina used to be shake to wake.
I'll just do that for a little bit. We had this with Brew York with their juice.
Yeah.
Because all of the juice cans, the labels are the other way up, and when I opened the case to put them in the fridge, it threw me through a loop. I was just like, have they got a labelling error? But no, it was because there was so much pulp in it. They said you store it that way, and then obviously you just...
When you turn it...
A gentle agitation. Although I do think I should shake that, and you can open it, and we'll see.
Well, we'll see, because I actually shook it earlier because I saw it said shake away. Okay. Oh, a little bit, a tiny bit.
Yeah.
I didn't get absolutely covered.
Smells nice.
Oh wow. so I'm gonna pour this now.
Oh wow! Look at the colour on that.
Yeah. Oh my god. Just that little bit that got on me, and I licked it. It was just like, oh yeah.
Should put down the steady now as well.
Yeah, please do. Right, we're gonna jump on that. So that's I've got it everywhere. Sorry about that. Also, our camera angle's not as good as it normally is. I seem to have us a bit lower than we normally do.
Should have got the lower stools. I have to hold my head up.
Yeah.
To avoid the light glare.
And we've also forgotten to switch the fridges off as well.
I'm going to go do that.
We're going to do that just because it gives us a better sound. We only switch them off for just this video, just to make sure that we get the best quality sound for you guys. But bear with us. It's been a bit of a mad week for us. We've just come off working every single day this week, on top of trying to get Juniper ready.
You should probably say, to be fair, we work every day, so we've been in the bar every day.
Well, all right, yes, yeah. We do work every single day, regardless. But it's just we were pulling shifts as well, as well as actually doing all of our other stuff that we do on the side, whether it's spirits related, the admin behind the scenes, which a lot of people don't see. We often get asked, people say, "Oh, I haven't seen you in the bar that day off," and we're like, no, we've just got a million other things to do on the side, because running a small business with just the two of us is exceptionally difficult.
We have a fantastic team who do a great job of keeping the bar kind of ticking over and stuff, but But yeah, sort of for the admin side of things, especially with Dave, our bar manager, being off these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he had a holiday with his kids in France.
Went to France for a couple of weeks, yeah.
And which was really, really nice for him, and he was actually back today, and we saw him earlier today.
Like stripy top in his shorts and looking nice and tanned and had nice looking
anyway, he was looking awfully French.
Can we drink this beer because it looks
right? Yes. So this is, as we said, raspberry vanilla. Session sour, 4.5%. Look at the colour of that.
That's a thing of beauty, isn't it? It's just so, it's glowing. Cheers.
I'm going to sit back slightly because I'm kind of almost disappearing off.
Should have got the shorter stools.
Well, no, I should have just set the camera better. I think we almost need to have some way of setting it perfectly so that we know it.
I'll tell you what, it's really good though, because when I do my titles across the bottom, they're going to sit nice in here. So
that's good.
That works
that's
really
good.
well.
Right.
Have you seen our nice bar top, by the way? We should talk about our beautiful
Yeah,
bar
so
top.
our original, this bar top is original parquet flooring from a house in Bridgend, which I sourced on Facebook Marketplace when we were very first opening the bar. Hand laid every single piece, sanded it for about 3 days. I was
covered the bar and yourself.
I was
dust.
Bright orange.
Yeah.
I looked like an Oompa Loompa. Because it was just it was just insane, but
it's beautiful.
It's and we've hand finished it, and it is just lovely. And again, everything in this place we've kind of built from bits,
recycled,
upcycled. I think the whole entire bar cost me, obviously not counting my time and stuff, but the actual wood was about £9.
Well, it's like the back panel for our taps we rescued, didn't we? Because that was about to go into a skip, so we grabbed that.
Yeah, it's constantly we had to find really innovative ways to open this place on a very small budget. And for those who haven't seen it, and we may drop a photo in, I guess, maybe, our gin display is an old piano that I converted for, I think cost us altogether £20 to do.
Yeah, I think
so we may drop a picture in. If we don't, it's
But we should do something, because obviously next week is our 2nd birthday.
Yeah,
So Facebook Memories has been throwing up little photos, hasn't it? You said yesterday, you can't believe this time 2 years ago, the state the bar was in and how we managed to get it open.
Yeah, and we opened a week later, and it kind of threw up loads of memories of kind of how much work and effort we put in to get this place.
Tears and the tantrums and
everything. But we managed to open it, come hook or crook. We got the place open. So anyway, we digress. Let's go back to the beer.
Okay, so Vault City.
Yeah. There you go.
4.5%, so that's really sessionable as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
such a great price. Great price, great ABV, but it is a good price as well.
Yeah, I think for us in the box shop it's £5.50, which is really, really reasonable for a Vault City
Vault
beer.
City,
Yeah. So
it's sharp, definitely vanilla.
yeah, vanilla. You get the raspberry on the nose straight away.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's gorgeous.
yeah.
That is fantastic.
There's lactose in that because there's a really creaminess in it.
Yep, lactose is highlighted
There
as
we
an
go.
allergen.
So yeah, lactose, really, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's one of those lip puckering sours. There's a really lovely level of sweetness there from the vanilla.
Yeah, so it is sweet. It's not too sweet. I could quite happily drink a full can of that. It's not cloying,
No.
but it is definitely on the sweeter side. So unlike the Daydreams that we've got from Wild Beer Co, which we talked about in the last episode, which is food rage sour, which isn't sweet at all. This is definitely sweet. Like, you can tell they've lent into that sweet shop vibe.
Yes, yeah, and it's got that. It's just fizziness on the tongue, sherbety, I would say.
Yeah, there's a light carbonation in there.
It's not crazy. That is delicious.
That's beautiful. That is fantastic.
Because sometimes I don't necessarily like the crazy sort of throw everything at a sour, because it doesn't.
Some of the
always...
ones that have everything in make me a bit concerned.
Yeah, but this one is working so well.
It is like drinking a drumstick lollipop.
Yeah. But, well, as if they made a fizzy drumstick lollipop. Do they make those?
If they made a sour, fizzy drumstick lollipop, you would be all over that.
Yeah, I'd be eating those all day long. Because I'm a massive...
King of the Tangfastics.
Yeah, sour sparks for me from Haribo.
Yeah.
Like that seems to be the one that I go to. I was always Tangfastics at the beginning, but like now that's where I'm...
Introduce you to sour sparks.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's the... Yeah, I buy them by the 2.75 kilo bags, the big industrial bags from online, and honestly, that's one of my little vices, along with many others. But you know,
it's just leaving a lovely lacing around the glass as well. I mean, it doesn't retain the head, but as we talked about before with sours, we don't expect that.
They just really don't. But that lactose is giving it that really nice mouthfeel. This
is a beautiful beer. It is tart. It's got that slight sherbety note to it, but it's not sour. It's not really hitting me sort of in the back with the acidity.
No.
It's nice and fresh, but I think given that sugar and given the lactose and giving the vanilla, just that sour edge to it, that tart edge to it, stops it from being cloying or too much.
But it's not coating your teeth either, because
No.
sometimes some of these are really too sweet and it feels like you're just coating everything, and you just go, oh, all I can taste is sugar, and that's not there.
And in a really nice way, because yes, it obviously is modelled on Lollipop, so that sweet shop thing, but I'm not detecting an ounce of even anything synthetic, or which again with some of the gimmicky type beers, sometimes you do get a little bit of those synthetic. This is like the raspberry notes in this. It tastes very fresh. It tastes quite. It's clean. It is definitely sweeter.
Yeah.
It's good fun. I think this is a fun, tasty beer.
fun tasty beer. Yeah, and I guess that's a good description of it. But
yeah.
No, I'm normally a third on a sour beer, maybe a half at the most. But this one definitely, I could drink that a whole can.
Comfortably.
Yeah.
And because it's only 4.5% as well, so it's...
I'm not worried about ABV.
No, I know. Some people out there might be.
Oh yeah, if you are worried about ABV, this is good.
Drink sensibly, people.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
What a great beer to get us started on.
Oh, I think it's absolutely stunning. Yeah.
Good work, Vault City.
Vault City.
And friends.
Yes, and friends. Maybe one day they might do a collab with us.
Oh, and Vault City come and do a tap takeover. We want 14 taps of sours. Can you imagine? Dave, our bar manager, will be all over that.
No, yeah. Oh, okay.
Where are we going next, Timothy?
So we are going next. We're going. I mean, this is interesting. We normally go. If you're there's gateways to sours, but actually I think it's good to go back the other way.
I do feel after tasting this, we should have gone that way first now.
Probably should have done.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's okay. We'll
learn from our lessons. Learn from our mistakes.
Yeah. We maybe need to rethink the order sometimes, but on this occasion, we're going to go for our cider for today, which is Nightingale Cider Company. It is a medium blush discovery cider, and it's 6%. Yeah, 6%. So I'm going to go and pour that, and then we will enjoy that now.
Yeah, because it's funny we talk about the putty beer launch, because Vault City have just released 2 core beers now as part of their range. So Vault City sort of traditionally have been releasing, I think it's 3 beers every week. So they have a really good churn of new beers coming through. But just recently, they've launched 2 core beers, which is their Cloudy Lemonade and the Strawberry Sundae, and we were part of the national launch for both those as well. And that Strawberry Sundae is sort of, actually it's quite in the same realm as this, because it had the lactose and it had the vanilla and the strawberry. But the Cloudy Lemonade was a huge hit, wasn't it? I think that was super popular.
Oh, definitely.
A bit of a colour difference there.
Yeah, just a little bit. I'm going to move this here for the moment. Yeah, so Nightingale, they've used Discovery apples, hence the name. They're the first to mature in autumn.
Really?
Yeah, and this is a 2018 vintage, and I'm expecting it to be, it is medium, so hopefully quite a nice level of sweetness to it. And obviously they say a blush, which is very hard to see on the camera. It's a very delicate, almost, there is a slight pink hue to this. It's got a very, very delicate,
I've got a bit of paint on it.
Rosé blush to it. You can just see that there. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Right, yeah, and obviously we discovered Nightingale.
Yeah, so we had a cider festival back in May. It was our first cider festival, and Nightingale were recommended to us by Helen from Burham Collective, who's really involved. Like, Helen really knows ciders, and Helen said you have to try Nightingale. So we had Wild Disco on draft, which was it's as the name goes, it's wild ferment, but everything that Nightingale do is minimum intervention and wild fermentation. So they specialise in these kind of wild ciders and more natural ciders. And Wild Disco, it was sparkling, it was a keg. It definitely had that kind of funky, wild, yeast on the nose, but it was lovely. It was very drinkable cider. So this is made from 100% fruit juice, and is also made with those kind of fermented with the
fruit juice or actual apples.
100% apple.
Ah, right, yeah.
Apple fruit juice.
Yeah.
Juice from apples. Apples being fruit.
Well, no, because some of the cider companies use concentrate and stuff like that. No, that's a fair point. Sorry about that. Yeah.
That's what I have to live with, by the way. It's all made from 100% apple juice, minimum intervention, wild fermentation, family-run business. They've been going since 1948, but they released their first ciders in 2013. So in the great grand scheme of things,
they're still relatively new, really, for cider producers. And they're from Kent.
Yeah.
Tenterden? Just checked. It's Tenterden in Kent. But the difference with this is actually bag in box, so room temperature rather than sparkling and keg. And that's the other thing we never used to have. We started with one bag in box just as to have an additional offering to our bird market that we have on regularly, and now it's turned into having anything up to six on top of our core keg line. Yeah,
so this arrived today.
Literally today.
I only ordered it, I think, Friday, so thank you, Nightingale. Excellent speedy service.
Yeah, really good. So we're going to try this. I've not tasted this at all. I'm really excited about seeing what it's like. So let's go.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
I can't believe that's 6%.
Doesn't taste like 6%.
No.
I must admit, I was never really into still ciders, and recently I've really started to enjoy them. I am a heathen. In cold weather, I need mine to be chilled. So I will add ice cubes, and for all those cider lovers out there that probably will massively disagree with me for doing that.
Don't be a hater.
But it's how I like to drink my my drinks, I like them to be chilled rather than necessarily at room temperature, because it's very difficult, especially with this week just gone with our aircon on, trying to maintain a decent temperature. Although saying that, because we had our aircon on, people were absolutely loving it. Our bank balance doesn't love it because of
the electricity bills.
No, the cost to run it is crazy, but it was definitely an advantage to our customers during the heat wave we had last week. But anyway,
this is gorgeous. It's really delicate. Given that it's wild ferment.
Yeah, it's not that typical, what's the word? Like that, you put a weird face because...
Farmhousey sometimes,
yeah. No, it's very subtle. The apples aren't crazy punch you in the face, appley. It's just a really easy drinking cider.
I think that is very dangerous at 6%. I would not say that was a 6% cider. It's really lovely. It's got a lovely crispness to it. Do you say it's crispness, not Christmas? Do you say it's medium?
Yes, it's medium. Yeah. So it's not too sweet, but it's not too much on the dry side. I think it's not a medium sweet. It is just a medium, and I probably agree with that in terms of the flavour.
It's like I like eating sort of like pink lady apples and stuff. It's sort of in that.
Yeah, well, Discovery are that kind of that's really sort of that
it's
kind of
not
similar.
too sharp. It's got a lovely level of sweetness.
Yeah.
Nice crisp finish. Actually, crisp on the front of the palate as well.
I mean, look how like clear that is. It's just super clear. I don't know whether they filter it or what they do. I don't know. Nightingale, if you're watching and you want to comment below, please do. But I mean, that's
pay them a visit.
Yeah, we will have to be fair. Yeah, I live in. Well, no, I don't live in Surrey, but I'm from Surrey. Kent's not that far away from where my family lives. So yeah, we should probably go and visit at some point.
But I, like you, I'm fairly new to ciders. My brother's a big cider drinker, and
he's always recommending ciders.
He is always
isn't he?
recommending ciders to us, and I'd be fairly late to the party, as you have, as you said. It's only been really this year, since our cider festival, that kind of my eyes have been opened more to the world of ciders.
Yeah.
And this is great. This is certainly one that I would choose.
Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Nice temperature today as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's a bit cooler here in South Wales. It's actually perfect temperature.
It's got a slight dry finish.
Yeah, subtle.
A little.
But not insane.
No. But it's just a nice dress. Which makes you want to keep drinking it.
Yeah, well, that's why I drank mine. Sorry.
Pacing slow tonight.
Well, why?
Well, it's a Tuesday night, and also I'm working tomorrow in the bar. I'm doing the open tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to my Bab House burgers.
Oh yes. So our friends at Bab House, which is one of the street food vendors based in the Good Sheds, doing a pop-up on a Tuesday and a Sunday night.
So normally at the Good Sheds here, they do these. Well, they're Mexican and Mexican food, and they do these they do nachos, they do tacos, they do burritos.
Beerers.
Yeah. But on Tuesdays and Sundays throughout August, they're doing these amazing burgers.
Yeah, so in their
incredible.
Caerphilly HQ, they have these. They do their smokehouse, so they smoke meat. They make their own homemade maple cured bacon. Their own meat patties, beef patties made from ex-dairy stock, and they are now doing a pop-up here, and we're going to be enjoying some burgers after this.
Yeah, so I mean, Laylee and Becky have been doing incredible things recently. So they were at Meatopia last year with their Caerphilly cheesesteak.
Yeah.
See, now I said nobody was going to come to the door because the weather's so horrible. Literally, somebody's just walked up.
Oh no,
in the rain.
they've
Sorry,
decided and gone away. So.
Yeah, so Laylee and Becky are over there now doing these incredible burgers and some corn ribs. So I've been.
Oh, is that what happened?
I don't know. Well, hopefully.
Hopefully we'll have a bit of everything.
But if you come and visit us on Sunday evenings throughout August, Bab House are making these incredible smokehouse burgers, which are perfect with some beers. So I think, as we said before, if you're coming and visiting us, you can get food from any of our wonderful street food neighbours, or from anywhere really, and bring it in here to enjoy with your beers. Normally the Good Sheds closes at 6 o'clock on a Sunday, so if you come here on a Sunday evening, there's not a lot of options from over there, which is why it's fantastic that Laylee and Becky are open now on a Sunday evening, because you can have these amazing burgers to go with your amazing beers.
And it was a real success on Sunday, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah,
It was.
We had a lot of people coming down to be able to enjoy really good food and really good beer at the same time.
We were surrounded by these tables that had these incredible looking and smelling burgers, and we were both working on Sunday evening, so we couldn't enjoy.
No.
We just had to watch people eating it. So,
no. Although we saw the team afterwards, and they said that tonight we're going to have some burgers. So we're going to be enjoying those afterwards. Right. Let's do the next beer.
I have to psych myself up for the next beer.
Yeah, so our next beer, you can, of course. So next beer is Pentrich Brewing Co. From Ripley, and it's their Way Out West Imperial West Coast IPA, and it's 8%. This was brewed as part of their for their 6th birthday. If you actually look at this. It's bizarre, and it obviously wasn't intentional, but I love the way that the pump clip's obviously been dropped, but it actually looks like it's been shot. And being the Way Out West, I thought that was quite good. So yeah, we've had a few beers from Pentrich, whether that was in can or on keg, but one of the ones that we had was their Downhill Jam. Yeah. So no, it was it's one of the ones that we've been really interested in, and as I said, it was they brewed it for their 6th birthday, so it's lovely to have that here, and obviously we always have an 8% dipper on.
We do.
So it was good to have this one on, and this went on last week.
Yeah, went on the weekend.
Oh, on the weekend. Yeah, we had an incredible turnover of beers this weekend, just gone.
5 beers on Saturday. Just
alone, yeah. And when you've got 14 lines, that's like nearly half the lineup, or a good proportion of the lineup. Well, it's the third, just over a third of the lineup changed just in
I know
one
there's
night.
1 or 2 as well that are not going to survive line cleaning this week.
No. So I generally, I think we'll be going through another quite a few, and we see this every week, and this is why people come back on a regular basis, because the beers are exchanging. I actually had some customers in on Friday night who saw our posts from last week, our video and what we put out on socials, and when he showed me, and I said, that was not on anymore, and if you're quick you might get that one. So it just shows how quickly we're turning over the beers, and also like it is quite funny, because he was like, I've been desperate to try these, and I was like, I'm really sorry, unfortunately by the time we post something on a Tuesday, you're lucky if it's available on a Friday, on Saturday, because they just fly out, because
but some things you find, like with the dippers, they are slightly slower burn.
Dippers last longer because we only serve them in halves or thirds, and obviously it's one of those things that people aren't necessarily going to be smashing lots of 8%ers.
They were on putty day.
Yeah, putty, they did, definitely. They were doing pints of putty, but there we go.
I mean, this looks lovely. So, is it a West Coast then, if it's called Way Out West?
Yeah, so it's Imperial West Coast IPA, 8%, and it uses Simcoe, Chinook, and Amarillo.
Is this the way to?
Yeah, it could be the way to Amarillo. Right, so look at that. So there's almost dark. there's almost like a sort of a dark malt
Yeah, it's a very
colour to
ambery
it.
type
Yeah, it's got an
lacing.
ambery colour to it. The lacing is incredible, as you'd
Yes.
expect.
Holding a good
Yeah.
half-inch head on that, and the lacing is looking really,
Yeah.
really lovely.
So,
Bitterness on the nose, which again is a West Coast.
yeah.
I'm
So
expecting.
obviously you're expecting West Coast bitter,
Piney.
yeah, piney, bitter notes. I'm getting a fruity element from just on the nose.
Yeah, there is.
Right.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, cheers. Sorry, I was too eager to. I'm not being rude. I was just too eager to try it. Oh wow.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. You can tell the viscosity of it. That there is.
There is no question that's an 8%.
No, that's not disguised. That is an 8%.
That is very full-bodied. It's got, you can taste the booziness in that. Soft, lovely sweetness level. Really nice sweetness level.
Yeah, there's a really back note of bitterness, but not as bitter as some West Coasts, I would say.
I was going to say, as we've talked about before, I'm not a huge fan of West Coast because of some of them have just been too bitter, and it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
This has a lovely bitterness. Starts subtly on the front, but then really builds towards the back. But it has got a nice sweetness on the front as well. I think you said about those kind of, it's got that amber malty colour, and it definitely, the malt comes through on the front as well.
There's almost like a slight caramelly taste.
Yeah.
And quite a soft. It's slightly creamy, but it's not super soft on the mouthfeel. It's just got a creaminess to it.
Yeah, it's got a nice, almost like pillowy texture.
Yeah, that's a good term. Yeah, I can see that. Oh,
I think particularly, definitely if you like more trad styles of beers, so ambers and it's definitely in that.
This would work really well, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, if you wanted to branch out without being too punched in the face with the hops, I think this would actually be quite a good option.
Yeah.
Actually, because while it's triple hopped effectively, it's not. I'm not like, yes, there's a bitterness to it, but it's still got a lovely sort of sweetness, soft mouthfeel. Like it's not intense. It's not intense.
And look at it, still holding that head, and that lacing is still really prominent.
Yeah, look at it on the glass. But no, that is absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do a pint of that. There's no way. I would probably be a third only. I could probably do. Actually, no. I'm going to go out there. I could do a half of this.
Do a half of that.
Yeah, because some of the dippers I can't do more than a third because it's just too much. There's too much alcohol. There's too much sort of coats the mouth, and this just doesn't do that.
No. Well, we've really covered a variety of styles this week, haven't we? We've literally gone from one end of the spectrum to the other. If you'd just thrown the clear head from Bristol Beer Factory in, which is the 0.5%, we would have done kind of full.
Yeah, and this is the thing. It's we're really enjoying like this able to kind of just handpick beers that we really want to talk about or want to try. And I guess I hope you're enjoying this. I mean, it's lovely to see the comments, and we may not answer all of them, or we haven't answered the comments. Let's not pretend. We don't get lots of comments, but the comments we do, we try to answer. And it is really nice that people are actively interested and commenting and talking to us. So again, like, if you are loving what we're doing, please tell other people, share it, and also comment below whether it's breweries, whether it's stuff you've heard that you want to, or ask questions, whatever that is. we will get to you at some point. We are trying to do that, but we need to cover what beers we did first before I wrap up.
Yes. So we started off with the Vault City
Raspberry Vanilla Lollipop.
Beautiful.
4.5%.
Lovely beer.
We then finished our. Secondly, we went for the Nightingale Discovery Cider at 6%, and then finished off with Way Out West Imperial West Coast Stout IPA, 8%. Sorry about that. But yeah, these are. Well, actually, what's your standout beer for the week?
Oh, that's tough. Actually.
Or standout drink, because obviously
That's really
cider.
tough, actually, because I really like all of them.
I
For
do
me,
as well.
I'm not right. So, I'm not a West Coast fan, and you won't catch me in here drinking the dippers. That's not my. I don't go straight for the heavier ABVs. That's really surprised me because that's beautiful. I love that Vault City just because it's joyful and fun and a great tasting beer, and I love that cider, but just because it's so beautifully balanced, expertly made, lovely drink. So I don't actually know.
Well, I'm going for the dipper actually
You're
this
going
week.
for the dipper?
Yeah, it's not normally my go-to, but for me that was my standout. I really enjoyed the sour, and I really liked the cider. But I think actually the dipper is my standout for the week.
What will you be drinking with our Babhaus burgers?
Ooh, there's one beer in the fridge that I'm really tempted to try, and I think we might do a little separate video for that as well, which we'll post up on our socials. But you'll have to wait and see for that one. But basically, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and hit the bell so that you know that whenever a new video is posted. We'll be here next week talking about 3 new
If you are interested in
beers.
cans in our bottle shop, we've actually had a couple of people now ordering cans from our bottle
Yes.
shop, delivering online.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're going to branch that out a little bit more as well.
Yeah, it's just trying to make sure we keep the stock levels right. But yeah, we can ship them out as well. But please, if you're enjoying it, tell everybody. And we'll be here next week talking beer again. Yeah, thank you ever so much for watching.
Have a great week, everyone. See you
Cheers.
soon.
Bye.